Doesn't the Quran claim that Jesus died, where it says, peace on me the day I was born, the day that I died, and the day I will raise up to life again? The verse that this person is referring to is in the Quran chapter 19, I believe, chapter 19 verse 33, where it says, Salamu alayya yawma wulidtu wa yawma amutu wa yawma ub'athu hayya. That verse, which I've heard it before, it's not speaking about the day that I died. The day that I died, it's talking about future tense here, not past tense. Because we believe that Jesus will come back. And when he does come back, he will eventually die, just like everybody else, because every soul shall taste death, according to the Quran. Everybody will die eventually, because we believe at the moment he's not dead. He's God Almighty. God raised him up, and he will return, and when he returns, he will eventually die. So it's referring to future tense, not past tense, so this does not contradict. And also a very, another statement which I've heard many times, and I just want to clarify it now, that some people will say, look, there is a contradiction in your Quran that proves that Jesus did die. And the verse they use is chapter 5, verse 116. This is where he says, and remember, when God Almighty will say on the day of resurrection to Jesus, the son of Mary, did you say unto men, worship me and my mother as two gods besides Allah? He will say, glorified are you. It was not for me to say what I had no right to say. Had I said such a thing, you would surely have known it. You know what is in my inner self, though I do not know what's in yours, truly you are. Okay. Then it says here, later on, I'll just mention it quickly, inshallah. It says, which they use, فَلَمَّا تَوَفَّيْتَنِي. This is Jesus saying this. Now, especially like before due respect, the Arab Christians will tell us that this means, فَلَمَّا تَوَفَّيْتَنِي, it means that Jesus died. But you have to understand, and you can't just pick and choose verses from the Quran. You must read the whole Quran, and you must understand it, the whole context of it. The word wifat has two meanings to it. It could mean major death, yes, and it could mean minor death. The minor death we're talking about here is sleep. When you sleep, it's considered minor death, isn't it? You're asleep. Now, and our proof is in the Quran, in chapter 6, verse 60. Look what it says. This is our proof. It says here, وَهُوَ الَّذِي يَتَوَفَّاكُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ وَيَعْلَمُ مَا جَرَحْتُمْ بِالنَّهَارِ. See this? Look what it says. The word bifat, يَتَوَفَّاكُمْ, is the same word that's used here. It means it is he who takes your souls by night when you are asleep. It's talking about the minor sleep here. So this, about Jesus, when you took me up, when you caused me to sleep, this is what it means, not the actual real death. So this does not contradict. And furthermore, to clarify this whole issue, because like I said, you have to understand the whole Quran. You cannot pick and choose. Look what God says. This will actually confirm that Jesus never died. And because of their saying in boast, we killed Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of God. But they killed him not, nor crucified him, but he appeared so to them. And those who differ therein are full of doubts. They have no certain knowledge. They follow nothing but conjecture. For surety they killed him not. But God raised him up unto himself, and Allah, God Almighty, is ever all powerful, all wise. So this confirms that Jesus never died. And there's one question I'd like to ask, and I've been asking this question now ever since I've been studying the Bible. What kind of body did Jesus have after the resurrection? If it's a physical body, then means no crucifixion, no resurrection. according to Luke chapter 24, verse 36 to 39. So what kind of body did he have? Was it a physical body or a spiritual body? Spiritual body, are you sure about that?
Physical body.
Wait. This. Okay, so did he have a physical body or a spiritual body?
He had a glorified body.
Okay, so it's either spiritual or physical.
You can't have one.
Okay, so you're not going to give me an answer. Okay, because...
It was a spiritual, it was a physical body that had the transcendent.
Okay.
The transcendent.
According to Luke chapter 24, verse 36, he had a physical body. And if it's a physical body, no crucifixion. If there's no crucifixion, no resurrection. Because a resurrected body has to be spiritualized. According to Jesus and according to Paul. And I'll give you my proof. Remember the verse? When they saw him, what did they tell him? They said, peace be upon you. But they were terrified and frightened and supposed that they had seen a spirit. Listen to this. And he said unto them, why are you troubled? And why do thoughts arise in your hearts? This is after the post-crucifixion, the so-called post-crucifixion. This is where he meets his disciples. Look what Jesus said. Behold my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Touch me, handle me, and see, for a spirit has no flesh and bones as you see me have. And when he had spoken, he showed them his hands and his feet. Then he asked them for any food, and he ate broiled fish and honeycomb. Now, is this a physical body or a spiritual body? It's a physical body. So if it's a physical body, then there's no resurrection. Because a resurrected body is spiritualized. Who said it? Paul said it. And I'll give you the answer. Look what Paul says. This is found in Corinthians chapter 15, verse 44 to 45. It is sown a natural body, meaning to put to earth. To put in earth a natural body, which is what we have now. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. So resurrected body is spiritualized according to Paul and according to Jesus. Do you remember when the Jews, they were asking him about the story about 7 brothers, about a woman who had 7 brothers at separate times, and they wanted to know who will have her in the next life, paradise. They asked Jesus this question. A woman who had 7 brothers at separate times. Obviously she married one, he died, and she married 7 brothers in this life. They asked, husbands, they asked Jesus, who will have her in the next life? Look what Jesus says. Look what Jesus says. This is found in Luke chapter 20, verse 34 to 36. Look what he says. And Jesus answering said unto them, the children of this world marry and are given in marriage. But they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage, neither can they die any more, for they are equal unto the angels and are the children of God, being the children of the resurrection. In other words, a resurrected person will be immortalized, needing no food, no shelter, no clothing, no sex, no rest. In other words, it's spiritualized. A resurrected body is a spiritual body according to Jesus, according to Paul. And Jesus says, touch me, handle me, and see. For a spirit has no flesh and bones as you see me have. In other words, he's telling them, look man, touch me, feel me. I'm flesh and bones. I'm still a physical body. I'm still a physical body, not a spiritual body. That's one issue.